Well, hello, Smashers. Welcome to the Daily Smash for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. I'm Rick.
I'm Kelly.
And it has been a rather unusual day.
A very unusual day. A day that I never really do anything like this, ever.
We had a great time here last night. We had a wonderful dinner that Kelly cooked. Chicken parm, fried chicken. You made potatoes. You made spaghetti squash.
Mm-hmm.
Had a bunch of people over. Linda, Adolfo, Sandra was here, her friend Chris.
Chris brought over the best wines. Holy smoke. He brought over Trefethen. He brought over
Silver
Oak. He brought over this other brand that I know.
One of them was $500, he said. Right?
Yeah, it was a $500 groth. We had one groth, and then we had a $500 one.
I didn't drink the wine. I was drinking tequila.
I drank the wine, and then he brought over a Veuve. That guy brought over a crap load of wines. It was awesome. Then he had a driver, and he went and got more. Because he lives on the beach here on the water.
Nice guy. Good pool player, but not good enough.
So how much did you win? $200?
I think I won. Yeah, I won $200. $200 playing $100 a game. I must have won 3 games, and he won 1, or I think he won 1 game. But in any event, it was a lot of fun. We started doing karaoke, and once Kelly gets started with karaoke, she cannot stop.
Oh, I can't.
Can't stop.
It goes on. Can't stop, won't stop. And then I didn't sleep. I could not get to sleep until 4. I guess I was just so upset about that whole thing with JB and
was it going around and around?
Just that. I was just like, I think I was just, I guess I was just like upset about it, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was like the people that are my, my people, my fans. I think they're the ones who got me kind of riled up.
Yeah.
And they don't mean to. They're they're good to me. But I think I got a lot of negative things from people like, your karma's coming for you, and I love when people say that because I don't believe in karma at all.
But you can say it in any which way.
You can say it any which way you want.
It goes in a circle, right? If it's karma, it will come from one person, then the karma turn around goes to the other person, and you can point karma in any direction you want.
Right. And I, first of all, didn't know she had cancer. I had Kim Devlin do a deep dive. It was 6 years ago. She is a cancer survivor. People make it act like she's got cancer now, and I didn't apologize for it, but she kept going after me, and after I, whatever.
Well, listen. There were things said that shouldn't have been said on their part, and we responded to that.
Right.
And we don't want to make.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm done, and I just don't need that negativity. Really.
Yeah. No, we don't.
I don't need it. And you know what? My karma, right here, is fantastic. It is fantastic. I have an amazing life. I get to have this amazing, beautiful specimen with me, my best friend, my partner, my lover, my cheerleader. I have a healthy, gorgeous, beautiful daughter who's so kind and sweet and loving towards me. I have a great family. I'm healthy, and I try to inspire people with my diet and my exercise and my minerals, and because I have Hashimoto's, but I'm not going to let Hashimoto's take care of me.
Right.
We all have sicknesses. We all have health issues, one way or another, and we will have them. But I don't wish anything bad upon on anyone.
I do think that being positive and focusing on the good is healthier.
It is healthier.
Yeah.
And so when people say your karma's coming, my karma has come for me. And I'm going to be 50 years old, and I've had the most wonderful, most fruitful, most beautiful life that when I was little, could not imagine me having this life. So,
well, I'm loving this life with you.
I'm loving this life.
Good.
I wanted to go rollerblading today, but I was just...
It's not too late. It's still light out. We can still slap those blades on and take a little spin around the island.
Yeah.
If you're up to it. I know you...
I just don't feel well. I went to Shake Shack.
Because that's a cure for a hangover.
Well, I dropped off Sandra and her daughter off at the airport.
Yeah.
And I swung by the Shake Shack, and I got a burger and an Oreo shake. And I got you a chocolate. How was that chocolate shake?
It was amazing. And I was doing my Newsmax show, and then during the breaks, I was still drinking it.
Oh my God, I'm hot now.
And oh no,
aren't you? I see you sweating.
I'm okay. Don't say anything for a minute.
Go ahead.
I was doing my Newsmax show, and I was sipping it, and then I looked at the camera because they could see me in the control room, and I went Shake Shack, and they go, "We were wondering what you were drinking." I'm going, "Yeah, they just opened one on 17th Street, and it's dangerous because it's like 8 minutes from here."
I thought it was good. I thought it was better in New York, Shake Shack.
Yeah.
I think I'm still loving In-N-Out Burger better.
I
like it animal style. I like those grilled onions and with the secret sauce.
Well, that grilled onion burger was really good.
But
I only had 2 bites because I had already eaten the leftover Thai food that we still had in the fridge, which from this new Siam street food place down the block. It's awesome. Love that place. But today was weird for me because I didn't have a monitor in my studio. The monitor was off because I had moved some stuff around, and I must have disconnected the feed into the monitor so I could see myself and see my guests on the screen. It was like flying blind. It was like driving with your eyes closed, kind of.
Was it?
It's a little off-putting when you don't know what's on the screen that people are watching. You can't see yourself. Like, you don't know when you're on. You don't know when the guest is on. But I did have prompter because I am writing scripts and reading them. But I also had lib.
What did you do? So Rick put an air conditioning unit in that.
Yes, I did. Because
this house gets freezing. Julie just turned the air conditioning on, and that's why I had my sweater on. I got so cold.
Yeah.
I went and turned it off. Now I'm hot.
So it's tough to adjust because there's a lot of equipment in that small office, and big lights, a lot of gear, and so it warms up very quickly when you turn everything on. And I was trying to cool it with fans. I wasn't doing a job. So I installed one of those little mini air conditioners today, and it definitely helped. So anyway, I wanted to share this. People were asking about your outfit.
My link, yeah.
So this is the outfit that Kelly got on Amazon.
So many people wanted to know the links, and so many people were like, "Oh, that's ugly." I got so many compliments on it. I don't know. I got a ton.
Anyway, it was a really fun night. I don't know what I'm going to tell them about is how you made that chicken parm. That you went all out on this chicken parm.
Well,
I love chicken parm. This was one of the best chicken parms I've ever had, and she made it right here in this kitchen.
Well, so I got some chicken, drums. I like he likes all white meat. I like dark meat, but I also like a drum. And for whatever reason, I felt like eating fried chicken, so I bought some buttermilk and I, spiced it all up. With paprika, that Louisiana stuff, pepper, onion, salt, and garlic salt. And then I marinated it overnight. Then I, put some flour, and I spiced up that flour. And it went like this, and then I put it in the hot oil. I had a whole gallon of oil. And I poured it in there, and I had it, and I fried each of them for 12 minutes.
The drumsticks. Yeah.
And then I had marinated I pounded out some,
chicken breast.
I cut them in half. I pounded it really thin, marinated it overnight, put some egg and then Italian breadcrumbs. You know, you put it in the egg, and then you put in the Italian breadcrumbs, and then I put it in the oil.
And like flash fried it.
I flash fried it, and it came out so crispy.
But that wasn't the end of it.
Then I got a pan and I poured some tomato sauce on the bottom, put the cutlets on top, then poured the tomato sauce, you know, the marinara sauce on the top. Then I grated up some mozzarella cheese, and then I
fresh cheese, right?
And then I put some, you know, oregano and stuff on the cheese. Mm-hmm. And then I put my basil. I cut up a whole bunch of basil leaves, and I cut them up, and I put it on the top. And then I baked it for, I don't know, half an hour. And
Chris is also Italian, also a big chicken parm fan. Agreed that it was outstanding. I'm telling you, like, I feel like I'm kind of a connoisseur because I always order it in an Italian restaurant that I want to try out for the first time, and it was restaurant quality. It was remarkably good.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. So I think maybe a cooking with Kelly is in order. The next time you want to make it, we'll record it.
Right, okay.
I do have some video of the.
But I'm going to do a Cooking Kelly for Patreon.
Yeah.
With this avocado bread. I think it's fantastic. It's high protein because I love high protein foods. That's
okay. Well, we'll put that on this week.
Let's put it on this week.
Avocado bread.
It is so good. It's like yummy. And Sandra ate it and she's like, "Oh my God, how did you make it?" I'm like, "This is so simple."
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, let's get to some hot topics.
Hot topics.
Demi Moore has a flirtatious new friendship with Joe Jonas.
Oh God, she didn't learn from Ashton Kutcher that you just can't go young?
She's 61. She's apparently stole the show at Cannes, the film festival.
She looks like she's 30 years old.
Attention-getting red carpet. Look, she met the 34-year-old singer in the south of France last month. Demi and Joe have struck up a friendship. They have mutual friends and they bonded. So, does that mean they're doing it?
She likes him young. Young, dumb, and full of...
Okay, that's the first...
How old is
hot
she, 60?
Topic. She's 61, he's 34.
She looks like she's 34, doesn't
She looks great. I mean, from a distance.
Far, good from afar, but far from good.
Yeah, or a 30-yard dream.
Have you ever done that?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. 30-yard dream, 3-yard scream. Good from afar, but far from good is the other one. Yeah. Like, it looks great from a distance. You get up close, you're like, okay.
No,
sorry, that's not nice.
No, my brother Eric.
Speaking of being hot.
My brother Eric, there was this lady, and she looked so hot from behind. And then she turned around and she must have been like 75, like 80. But from behind, she looked like she was 20.
And Eric was pining for her?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my God, look how hot that chick is." And then she turned around and, oh.
Well, there's a story today that hot flight attendants provide better customer service. Attractiveness is essential, they say.
Yeah, I noticed that.
You do?
Well, because I've flown all the way around the world, a million-mile flyer before, and it seemed like Cathay Airlines, Singapore, like those JAL, they were, like those ones.
Yeah.
They had them younger. They had them hotter.
Yeah.
They look to the nines. They have the lipstick on.
Yeah.
They dress and they're younger and they seem happier. Then you go to American Airlines and they're like, 65, 70, which I'm totally cool about. Like, I think it's awesome that they give, these women opportunities and they I like Home Depot. But it always seems like they're bothered.
Yeah.
It always seems like you press that bell. May I have this? And they're like, oh.
They don't want to work as hard?
Doesn't it seem like that?
Well, that may well be the case. I mean, I don't know what determines if they're nice, if they're friendly, if they're not. But this article says...
Although, I love, Vicky from Virgin Airlines.
Yeah.
She's been there for, I think she said 30 years. I don't know. She was awesome.
Okay.
She was on top of her game.
Yeah.
She was so sweet. She was so nice. It just depends, I guess. I think sometimes
Well, listen, you often get
But she
very
was
good
attractive.
service. You often get very good service because they recognize you and they're fans of you and your show, and so they really dote on you.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've had good experiences with flight attendants.
So have I. But I'm just saying, for whatever reason, for me, it seems like there's a difference between like international flights, versus like
that could,
like American Airlines. They always seem very rude, like you're putting them out. You know,
American, you've been called out. I'm sure we have some American attendants.
Delta and American seem like they're they're rude sometimes.
I've had good experiences on both airlines. I used to fly Delta a lot from New York to Florida when I had the condo down there, and I would have the same flight attendants.
You wouldn't go to JetBlue?
I think I did take JetBlue a couple times. Yeah, I don't know why I would fly Delta. I'd fly first class, and I would, because I had points and miles and whatever, and I would.
You had status.
I did. I had status. But anyway, these researchers in Turkey did a study that passengers believe they got better customer service from the attractive flight attendants. It could be perception. Flight attendants with higher levels of attractiveness were found to enhance passengers' motivation to approach, thereby improving their perceived service quality. Stewardesses who are easy on the eyes receive higher rankings than less appealing workers. Even if the service wasn't the best, passengers were less likely to report bad service from attractive crew members because they liked them. Well, but they also said you shouldn't hit on your stewardess during the flight.
Have you ever hit on a stewardess?
Probably. But not recently.
Yeah, better not.
Back in the day. But a flight attendant has to be nice to you, or is supposed to be. So if you hit on them, you make it uncomfortable. But they said the best thing to do is hand them your number when you're leaving the plane, and if they're interested, they'll call you. Word to the wise. And I want to share...
what's so funny is that when my cousin Gina... my dad's side, my cousin Gina Salazar, I remember her, she works for Southwest, and we were probably this was like 1990. And I remember her saying she had to be 120 pounds to be a flight attendant. Like, they would weigh you. Yeah, that was how it was back in the day. They would weigh you in order to be a flight attendant. Yeah. Now you see these flight attendants, and it doesn't seem like there's any weight limit now. Huh? Right? I don't know. It might depend on the airline. Is it against like FAA, like, to be, overweight? Like, well, they do have to worry about the weight on every flight. I mean, they do. The more weight on the plane, the more fuel it burns, and I would imagine smaller planes it could be an issue, but I don't know.
When you sweat, you just don't lose water, you lose electrolytes.
Important nutrients and minerals that your body needs, including magnesium.
Magnesium is the key to good health and disease prevention. Without it, you'll likely have low energy, poor stamina, and weak vitality.
Most people don't get enough magnesium,
and most magnesium supplements are poorly absorbed with little as 4% of the benefits.
But Magnesium 5X is not your average supplement.
It has some of the most bioavailable and highly absorbable forms of magnesium in the world. 5X will help your muscles function, your bones, tooth, tissue development, and heart function, and boost your energy.
Kelly and I are proud to be the official launch partners for SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X here in America.
Use our code and get $20 off every bottle. Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE.
Change your life for the better with SOULLIFE and Magnesium 5X.
I thought this story was hilarious. This remote Amazon tribe connected to Elon Musk's Starlink internet. He brought internet to this remote tribe deep in the Amazon, right? And they became hooked on porn and social media.
They're on YouPorn?
The 2,000 members of the Marubo tribe, they live along a river deep in the Amazon rainforest. They connected to the World Wide Web last September after 20 antennas were donated to them by an American entrepreneur. And when it arrived, one of the tribal elders said everyone was happy, but now things have gotten worse. Young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people, it says. First they thought it was positive, it saved lives. They were able to share educational resources with other tribes, connect old friends, open up a bunch of possibilities. One teen told the Times she now dreams of traveling the world. But, downsides, it changed the routine so much it was detrimental. In the village, if you don't hunt, fish, and plant, you don't eat. Some young people maintain our traditions, but others just want to spend the whole afternoon on their phones. And these are the tribe members. That's where it is.
Wait, where? It's in the Amazon?
Yeah. Tribes people became so addicted that the leaders have had to limit the access to the internet for 2 hours each morning and 5 hours each evening, and they get them all day Sunday. But he said it, they're saying the things that you can notice here in the States, and people are like locked in on their phones, they're just on their computers all day or whatever. Well, they're having the same issue in the Amazon. And they're downloading porn, watching porn, playing video games, and they say it's actually hurting more than it's helping at this point.
I mean, I think that, it seems like all my friends that have a lot of kids that play on those devices, it seems like it does worse than good. I mean, because a lot of my friends, they get addicted, like Christine.
Yeah.
Her son was addicted to it, and she said that he'd forget to eat.
Yeah.
She was like, and then if you take it away, he would have fits, like rages, and they become like withdrawn.
Mm-hmm.
So
It affects their social skills.
Yeah.
Well,
But they're also really good babysitters.
All right, finally, in the news now.
Well, I thought we were talking about that show that we just saw. Eric.
Oh, okay, before we get to the news, we just watched the 6-part mini-series, Eric, on Netflix.
And it seemed like it was based, when it first started out, on that thing that you covered.
I think it was, maybe it was inspired by the case of Eton Pace, who was a little boy who walked to school for the first time by himself in New York City, down in the Village, or Soho. And it was like 3 blocks. And between home and school, he disappeared. And it turned out some random sick dude working in a deli around the corner snatched a kid, brought him downstairs, wound up killing him, and he was taken away in a trash truck. And
it seemed like back in the 80s when I was a kid, it seemed like there was a heck of a lot. Maybe it's not like out there now. It seemed like I remember my mom scaring me, like someone's going to kidnap you. It seemed like there was a lot of kidnappings in the 80s.
Well, they were publicizing them too, like
on the milk carton.
Yeah, this kid was one of the first to go on a milk carton. And I did the story. There was an update like 40 years later. I covered that story in New York City, 40 years after he disappeared. It was back in 1977. So this show, Eric, involves a kid who's walking to school by himself for the first time in the same neighborhood and then goes missing. And it follows the whole process of looking for suspects, trying to figure out where the kid went. And then it just takes all these twists and turns, right?
And I'm trying to figure out, like, who did it?
Yeah.
Who was a pedophile? Mm-hmm. And I was pretty right on a lot of things.
Yeah, it uncovered a lot of like dirty secrets that people had.
And how corrupt
City Hall was.
City Hall,
police.
the police.
Benedict Cumberbatch is the lead, right? That's his name? Benedict
Guy
Cumberbatch?
needs to win an Oscar.
He's a terrific actor.
Holy moly.
And it's, it can be a little difficult to watch, but I thought it was, for the most part, really well done. It got a little preachy at the end, which I don't like, but beyond that, I just thought it was an excellent portrayal of New York City back in the 70s and 80s.
But doesn't it seem like it's like that now, like in California?
Oh,
California didn't have those issues back in the 70s like they are having right now. It seems like
with homelessness and all that.
With homelessness, with encampments.
It sure seems like it got worse.
Doesn't it seem like it got worse?
Yeah.
That's because I think the government inside is corrupt. It's got to be.
Well,
there's got to be. Someone's got to get paid somewhere. Someone's allowing people to have drugs. They're putting up in hotels. Look at San Francisco.
Well, people don't like
LA.
people don't like the way things are going. They can vote this November to change it. You can vote for the people you think will take the country in the right direction. That's what I would say.
That's what I would say.
So we binged it. We finished it we watched the last 2 episodes this afternoon. Anyway.
It's good. You guys should watch it.
I recommend it.
A recommendation.
Out of 10 stars, how many stars do you give it? Usually they only go like 4 stars.
Usually I just fall asleep right away.
Not this time?
Yeah, not this time.
Would you give it, let's say 4 stars.
I would give it 4.5 stars. It was good. I recommend it. I thought it was good.
I did too.
I thought it was really good.
So you give it 4 out of 4.
I give it 4 out of 4.
All right.
You?
Yeah, I'd probably go 3.5 to 4. It was definitely worth watching. Okay, in the news now.
In the news.
This story we saw it yesterday, that Ramona Singer was spotted out with a hot young guy in New York City, even though she's dating this guy, Bill Luby, who we know and met and hung out with.
Oh, I texted her yesterday.
Wait, don't tell yet.
Oh.
A source tells Page 6 they saw the Real Housewives of New York City star, Ramona Singer, 67, on a date with a young hunk. The source spotted Singer at a subterranean cocktail lounge, the Seville, in the Nomad neighborhood of NYC last week, on a date with a hot young guy from New Zealand. They were all touchy-feely with one another. That's what Page 6 said.
I went to the source and I texted Ramona and I said, "Is this true?" And she says, "No, I hate the press. It's not true." And then she sent me a thing, "How are you?" and whatever.
Okay, so she denies it.
And I texted Teresa, and there was another rumor that she was going to do a project with Loretta and Jacqueline that lives here, that always reaches out to me to do stuff.
Yeah.
And said that she was going to move to California because Louie's out here. She said she's going to be out here more often. But she's not moving out here. No.
Oh, okay. Well, there are other rumors that Jersey might be done. I guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, well, that's our smash for this day. We hope you enjoyed it.
26 minutes?
Yeah.
How do we just end up talking like this?
I don't know. Well, we keep it real. And sometimes being real takes you down pathways, and we discuss things, and it takes longer than we thought it would.
Exactly.
In any event, we'll be back tomorrow with another smash. Have a great day, everybody.
Have a smash-tastic day, everybody.